Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about a technology that is already changing our world. It's already changing the way that kids do homework, the way that we do work, the way that I code, the way that we interact with other people. This technology is from OpenAI. We hear about it all the time. ChatGPT is one of them, but there's other technologies that we may not hear about that I'm going to show you in this video, which is Codex and DALL-E 2. So stay tuned, let's get to it. OpenAI is a research lab founded in 2015 by some of the most prominent names in the tech industry, including Elon Musk, Sam Altman, Greg Brockman, and Ilya Sutskever. The company's mission is to create and promote friendly AI that benefits humanity as a whole. Its main focus is on developing cutting-edge AI technologies that are both powerful and safe. OpenAI has developed several very high-profile AI systems, including GPT or GPT-3, and now GPT-4, and soon to be GPT-5, Codex, and DALL-E 2, all three which we will talk about in this video. We will start with GPT-3. GPT stands for Generative Pre-trained Transformer, and the number 3 in the end means that it's the third version. Right now, GPT-4 has been released, and it is said that GPT-5 will be released later this year. GPT-3 is a type of computer program that uses artificial intelligence to learn and understand language. It uses a technique called unsupervised learning to do this. In unsupervised learning, the program, also known as the model, is given a lot of data from different sources, and without any human guidance or any human supervision, it is able to realize, using algorithms, statistical models, it is able to realize patterns and relationships within the data. By analyzing this massive amounts of data, GPT-3 can learn and understand the nuances of human language, and then is able to respond just like a human would. The key to GPT-3's success is an ability to understand all these vast amounts of data that is available on the internet. In other words, if it's available on the internet, GPT-3 can learn from it and make sense out of it. Since every question can be different, there is no predetermined knowledge of what the answer should be. So the model, the GPT-3 model, is supposed to go out there and make sense out of this data and come back with an answer. So let's dive a little bit deeper into the generative AI. Let's talk about what it is and how it works. In order for us to understand or make sense out of generative AI, we need to go a little bit higher, and we're going to start talking about artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence imitates human behavior by relying on machines to learn and execute tasks without explicit directions on what the output should be. Machine learning are models that take data like weather condition, and what they do is they fit this data into algorithms, and they make predictions based on this data. For example, they can take the information from a database, from a store, and they can make predictions on how much money a store could make on a given day. And this is based on all the data that are able to gather. Next, inside of this machine learning, we have something that is called deep learning. Deep learning models, they use layers of algorithms in the form of artificial neural networks to return results for more complex cases. In other words, you are allowing a machine to train itself to perform a task. This requires the use of high-end compute resources like GPUs, TPUs, and they need longer training time as well. So for example, in traditional computer language, a computer programmer or developer tells the computer what to do step by step. If this happens, then do this. If this happens, then do this. Every step of the way, The computer programming is telling the computer what to do. With deep learning, however, the computer is given data, lots of data, and the computer is supposed to learn from that data and make decisions on its own. It's like a child learning from the environment around him or her. So let's talk a little bit more about a neural network. What is a neural network? A neural network is like a virtual brain made up of interconnected nodes or computers that process information in a way that mimics the human brain. As a neural network is exposed to more data, it becomes better at recognizing patterns, making decisions. This allows deep learning models to make accurate predictions or identify patterns that humans may not be able to see. Deep learning is being used in self-driving cars, voice assistants like Siri or Alexa. Overall, deep learning is a powerful tool that allows computers to learn and make decisions on their own, just like humans would. Now, inside of deep learning, we have something called generative AI. Generative AI models are a subset of deep learning. They can produce new content based on what is described in the input. The OpenAI models are a collection of generative AI models, and they can produce language, codes, and images. So when you ask a question, what GPT is doing is it's breaking it into little pieces and those are called tokens. Once those tokens are broken down, it is able to use unsupervised learning to come back with an answer for what you ask. The next on the list is Codex. Code generation AI models are able to take natural language and they can translate them into code. I can tell it something like, I need a bash script that will analyze a text file with some ping output and give me the results, or send an email when the time equals greater than 30 seconds. And it will write the code for you. Codex can also summarize functions that are already written. For example, you can tell it, explains this SQL query for me, or convert a specific function that was written in Java and convert it to Python. It can do that as well. This is a very powerful tool that is changing the way that we do code. It is said that more than 60% of the code that is being generated in GitHub is already being generated by AI, something called Copilot, Microsoft Copilot. You want to check it out. It is incredible. Now, when we need to write code, we're not starting from scratch. We can tell ChatGPT in natural language, tell it what you're doing and what you're looking for, and ChatGPT will give you the code. Then you can take this code and you can just modify it however you need. Now you have a base on what to do and how to use it. It is incredible and it is amazing and it's changing the way we do code. The next item on the list is DALL-E 2. DALL-E 2 is an image generation model that can take a prompt. And when we say a prompt, we're talking about a natural language question, statement, or something that you're telling ChatGPT. Or you can give it an image, a base image, or you can do both, and it can create something new out of this. This generative AI models can create both realistic and artistic images. It can change the layout or the style of an image. It can create variations of an image that you provide, or even if you don't provide an image. For example, I can tell it, give me a dog in the style of Vincent van Gogh, and this is what it would return. It is incredible how fast it can do this. Although sometimes it might take a little bit of time when it's trying to decide how to give you the image, but it gives you an image, something new. Imagine what this is going to do to the media and entertainment company. Now you can say, give me a supermodel that meets these criteria, and it would give you that. I can tell it to give me a picture of a dog sitting on the mountain with 3 different colors, and it will do that. It's incredible. It's just a prompt. So anyway, imagine what this is going to do to the media and entertainment industry. The other thing that we keep hearing about is robots, right? So there's OpenAI partnered with a company called 1X, and 1X is an engineering and robotics company based out of Norway that specializes in products in robots specifically. They call them androids, and they're capable of human movements, human-like movements. Their goal is to create a robot that can potentially replace human labor. They have two prototypes at this point, Eve and Neo, and they're both doing great, and we shall see where that's going to be. They're both doing amazing things at the moment. The other thing that we keep hearing is Tesla Bot. It's another android or robot that is going to use artificial intelligence to be able to do some human labor as well. So we shall see how that's going to come out. AI, including ChatGPT and these technologies that I showed you, are amazing, and they're shaping our lives every single day. And we need to embrace them, and we need to learn how to take advantage of them and how we can profit from them. So I hope you learned something. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any comments, please leave them in the section down below. If you have any suggestions, please leave them in the comments down below as well. Please, if you haven't done so, subscribe to the channel and also like this video. And until next time, take care.